And
Teal!
You know what it is, man. You're locked into Third and Teal where they keep it real. And if you don't know, you're going to learn today. Third and Teal, baby, and I'm out. Let's go.
Third and Teal, regular season. We're here. I don't know how many viewers we're gonna get with this football game going on, but I really don't give a fuck. It's halftime, so we chose the perfect time to go live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Jags. We're here playing the Panthers. Got Eric and Trevor with me. Trevor, how you doing? How's the job? How's everything going?
It's great, man. It's busy. It's great. It's definitely actually good thing you said that. So next week I won't be this upcoming week. I won't be able to go Thursday, but I'll be able to go Friday.
Okay.
Because I work Monday through Thursday next week.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah.
We always do.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And then, yeah, awesome. Okay.
But there will never. So I did confirm today. There will never be like, I'll never not have enough days off to work it in, even when I'm on nights. So because I start a night shift rotation on Monday, I'll be on nights for a month, days for a month, nights for a month, and then I go back to days. Should be full time, but it would just be a little bit of hiccups till then.
Okay.
Well,
so that's good for all the fans to know.
Yeah, for sure. How's it going, Eric?
Hey, it's going wonderful, man. I'm excited. We got 1, 2, 3 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 3 days. 3 days for Jaguar football team gets on the field, getting ready to kick some behind, man. If you're not excited about that, I don't know what to say. You know, because football is back, baby. Football is back. Jaguar football is back. That's even better. Heck yeah.
Yep. It's back.
It's back.
You know, I'm excited, man. I don't know how many games I'm going to go to this year. I know at least one. You know, of course, the Texans game, all the AFC South crew is going to be there. A good bit of us, honestly. And there's only like 1 or 2 people that are in the network that aren't going to be there. So it's gonna be pretty cool to have everybody together. See Curtis's big ass again. He's huge. Curtis, I think he's like 6'3", like 2. I mean, whenever I saw him, he's probably like 260, 270, maybe bigger. I don't know. But he's a big dude. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be nice. Jaguars Panthers though. Oh my god, commercials. Jaguars Panthers though. I'm pretty excited for it.
Me too. And I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers say that we're going to get curb stomped by fucking Bryce Young, bro. Stop it.
Yeah.
We put belt to ass on him last time. Stop it.
Yeah. Bryce Young ain't done shit against us, and he won't this year either.
No.
I say we're going to win. That's what I'm saying. We're going to win. There's no doubt about that. We're going to win. Titans table for 2 in the house. What's going on, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But, yeah. It should be an interesting game. Should be fun. It really should be. Just because it's Jaguar football, man, and we playing football. That's the first part of it. Anyway, and to see the new offense, how that's going to look. And, of course, we got the question mark, our defense, but we'll talk a little bit about that a little further in the show, I'm sure. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited about this Sunday coming up.
Now let's talk about it now.
Game. About what, our defense?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's talk about it now. Fuck it. I'm ready.
You ready?
Hell yeah. Our safeties are question marks as fuck.
Boy, that you was reading my mind because I was sure about to go there.
Our safeties are suspect as hell.
Now, wait a minute now. I'm going to say for the last year and a half, I've been saying, do we need to start? I have to own up to that. I have been saying, do we need to be on the field? So now, Dewey is on the field.
But
so,
Dewey needs a good pass coverage safety to complement him as a run-stopping safety. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we have that with Murray.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise to see Murray opposite of Dewey. That really was a big surprise.
That makes me wonder if they were counting on Ransall to actually kind of make a start.
I think they were.
I do too. That because like the more I looked into it, like I'm just thinking like, no way you weren't counting on Ransall to just go up there and start, because I would not be relying on Eric Murray solely.
Well, I think it was going to be Eric Murray and Ransall as the two starters.
Rely on him solely.
Dewey would rotate a lot between the two of them, but the hard part about Dewey is Dewey has very, very solid right place, right time.
Right.
But right place, right time only gets you goes so far when you're playing 60 snaps a game instead of 20 snaps a game or 15 snaps a game or 10. So that's the hard part, is like, he's really going to get tested. And honestly, this reminds me of, and it didn't really happen that much in 2017, but 2018 reminds me of when Barry Church's slow ass was back there getting cooked every play when they threw deep on us, and they figured out, hey, if you throw over the middle of the field, Barry Church is deep, it's a touchdown if they run more than a 4.7 because he's slow as dirt. I just don't know that Dewey has the athletic capability to keep up down the field with some of the faster talents that may, if we're running the zone scheme.
That's a fair assessment. That is a fair assessment. So, but we'll find out. Apparently,
I'm not going to count Dewey out until we see it.
No, Dewey is dependable. He's dependable. And I think that's one of the reasons why they put him back there, because he's dependable. Like Isaiah just said, Dewey is right place at the right time, 99% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's going to play disciplined football,
Yeah, he is. You're not going to catch him getting beat because he was blowing his assignment.
Right.
If you catch him getting beat, it's because he just didn't have the athleticism to keep up.
Right.
But at the same time, that's why I say he should always have a good complementary pass covering safety to complement him as a good run stopping safety and a good underneath guy. But I don't think Eric Murray is the one I'm worried about. Eric Murray was a liability in Texas. Eric Murray, I still believe, is going to be a liability here.
I mean, looking at the depth chart, they got Dewey, then they have Antonio Johnson.
Yeah, I don't trust either. I don't trust Antonio Johnson.
Exactly.
So, no, I'm not mad that Dewey's there. I just hate Eric Murray being there with Dewey. Now, if Eric Murray was there with Ransall, I think Ransall can pick up the slack enough to make it okay. But Dewey doesn't have the athleticism that Ransall has.
Agreed.
So that makes it that's a night and day difference there. It is not the same. And it's not that I don't think Dewey needs to be out there, but I just don't think that's who Dewey needs to be with.
Okay.
Ransall's really good, but he's out for the year. Injury to the foot.
Yeah, foot injury. He is, according to Liam Cohen, he is more than likely not coming back this season.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Well, Gladstone said, he could come back, but
that's right, it's Gladstone.
He could come back, but he could it would be too close to the finish line, in Gladstone words. So they just decided just to shut him down. And
because that's the thing too, is like, with him being a rookie, you don't want to force him into the lineup, even if he is healthy and he wants to play.
Right.
Like you don't just want to throw him into the lineup and hope that he can keep up the speed and not hurt it again. You might as well give him the whole year. Now, if he can contribute, like if we have a deep playoff run and he can start getting some snaps and contribute, then not that you'd really want him to get his first snaps in the playoffs, but to like spell a guy, or they're beating us over the top, so we throw Ransall deep to just play the deep quarter or whatever we pull, like doing something like that. Like I could see that, but there's no point if he's gonna be back week 15 to throw him in there, and
right.
It's gonna be Tank and Travis, and is truly the way to put it. On the backfield, they're still going to split them the same way they did last year. It still says or.
I mean, it's an effective 1-2 punch. It really is. If the offensive line gives them some running room, it's an effective. And then you throw Tootin in the mix. Hey man, that's a 3-headed monster right there.
I love the way that Cohen described ETN the other day as well. You're so much higher on Bigsby. You're so much higher on Bigsby, I will say, because he was better for the line we had. just because he runs like he just bulldozes people.
Bigsby
ETN's
is
not that guy.
right.
ETN is the guy.
Runner.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
ETN's the guy that's great in space.
right.
He's great in space. Like I don't know that we have a better running back in space. We have a faster running back in space, and Tootin will eventually be better. But at this current time, I don't think we have a better running back if you give him space. We don't have a better one that will make plays in space. And is that guy. And the fact of the matter is we just never have used him right. And we've never the same way we did with Trevor. We didn't give Trevor an offensive line that gave him time to throw. Well, that offensive line also didn't give any running lanes. So this is the first year, like we said it the first time, the first press conference with Liam Cohen and them. The first thing they said was, we need to build an offensive line. And when they said that, it was the freshest air we could have gotten because that's what this team needed. We needed that more than any other thing ever, was a revamped and actual, useful offensive line that we just did not have.
Exactly.
So it's easy to say Bigsby's better. I don't think Bigsby is a better running back than Travis. I think Bigsby was better for the situation we had.
Bigsby is exactly what he was drafted for. He's the BAM or the Thunder, as you say. Bigsby is the Thunder because Bigsby runs very angry, and he's deceptively fast. Actually, he really is. So I think that would. And I've been saying it the whole time about ETN. Get him out there in space and let him do his thing. That's it. Because that's where he's going to make his money at. But then again, compounded was the offensive line, and we know they weren't all that great. So, yeah. So I'm looking for bigger and better things from our running game this year. I really am.
Go ahead, Isaiah. I hate you, Andrew. Runs like he hates the ground. No, he is not Isaiah Pacheco. There is no wasted movement. Now, I was going to say, I think that next year, whenever Tootin is it's Bigsby and Tootin, because, of course, we got Bigsby still on contract, and then ETN, I highly doubt we extend ETN, just being honest. I mean, I don't, depending on what he asks for. If he asks for not that much money, I could see it, but I don't know. I don't see them really paying a lot of money when they just drafted Tootin, who is, in my opinion, a better ETN, in a year, Now, the fumbling issue, ETN had that a lot with us, too, in the NFL, but not in college. Tootin has already kind of showed that he may put it on the ground, but in games, he's been solid.
Well, Bigsby had it, too. Remember?
Yeah, they all had the damn fumble bug.
And so, but, what I was saying there, though, is, we could have a real, similar to, the Lions situation, where we have, Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, we have a running back with 4.31 speed, and we have a running back who runs a 4.5, and he'll take your head off through the hole.
Exactly.
That's kind of the dynamic that they're building. I do really like that. But it's I don't know. It's going to be interesting going forward, kind of seeing how this goes.
Yes, very interesting. Very. But I'm looking forward to it. And I guess that once again we're back to the unknown is the rebuilt offensive line, which is, I don't know if you really want to say rebuilt.
Mullins is the backup, and I don't know if Trask got picked up or not.
I don't know, but I know we didn't pick him up.
No, we didn't pick him up. I haven't seen anything that says he got picked up. I think we should pick him up personally and cut Mullins' ass, or whatever.
Yeah,
they do have some kind of attachment to that guy. Don't know why. I think Hennigan was the best backup throughout the whole thing anyway. So
yeah, well, he's on the practice squad. Hopefully we can keep him there.
Yeah, wrong place.
Yeah.
At least still have him, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
was he a great basketball?
Isn't Mullins familiar with the system, or was that Wolford?
No, I thought it was Wolford.
So Mullins is also familiar with the system in a sense because of Udinski. And so, because they kind of combined Udinski and Liam Cohen, they're working together. So at least working with Udinski and the play calling style and everything, he's probably got a little bit of it. But also too, he was in San Francisco whenever Cohen was there. And then got, there's a bunch of stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just glad we don't have Walford. I'll
Man,
for real.
I'll take Mullins
man.
over Walford any day of the week.
Any day of the week. Any day of
Okay,
the
Curtis,
man.
we see you about to do the staff meeting for the first time. Big boss moves.
There you go. There you
Uh-huh.
go.
Heck yeah. But we'll see. It'll be interesting. Like you said, Isaiah, hopefully we won't need Mullins. He can sit over there and do a
Yeah.
CJ Beathard, just
Hopefully
sit
this
there
is the
and
year
enjoy the
that
game.
we can actually protect Trevor. We don't have to worry about him getting hurt, and then we can just have a good, clean season. No terrible injuries. But we'll see what happens.
Are we looking for a big year from Trevor? Or
Yes.
just
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I do disagree with the fact that it's like I disagree with the make or break in this 1 year.
Uh-huh.
But I do think you want to see a good year from him. Obviously, you always want to see a
Right.
good year from him. But the
Right.
thing is, this is what happened. This is the unfortunate reality of being Trevor Lawrence. Okay, because you come in under humongous pressure to be the best, with
Exactly.
the worst head coach of all time, and then
Right.
and then you move on to probably the second worst but previously successful head coach of all time.
Right.
And everybody's like, "Oh, he's got weapons now. He's got this now. He's got this now." Yeah, but it is a new scheme. Any other quarterback in this situation gets a free pass next year, guaranteed. They don't get a free pass to be completely terrible, but they do get a free pass to have growing pains. If Trevor has growing pains, everyone will say it's a bust again, and it's just this, that, and the third. It's kind of like say, for instance, if Daniel Jones doesn't show out for the Colts in the first year, it won't be because Daniel Jones is just bad. It'll be because he's still new there. He's still learning. It's this, it's that. And, everyone will just move on with their day. Trevor has a bad year in a first-year system. They'll be like, oh, Trevor's just trash. Now, I don't think he's going to have a bad year, and I don't think, hey, Caleb is in the same boat. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, but Caleb's in his second year? Caleb's in his second year now. So
Yeah.
I don't know if Caleb really is in the same boat. Like Caleb came in, no one ever called him the greatest prospect of all time.
I mean, people were calling him Patrick Mahomes.
They did do that.
Like they were calling him generational in college, I will say. But he didn't do anything. That's he threw whatever touchdowns. Like, yeah, he threw them against guys who never made the league. Who is it? Who is the number one defensive player that he played? Not in the league right now. Definitely in a sense of Caleb Williams is in a similar boat with, I think he means more of like the people want to see them prove it, but also they have a new system and a new coordinator. I was actually talking to my buddy about this. I want to get y'all's take on this. Hopefully we don't take too long on it just because I don't want to derail the show.
What's good, Slayton?
So we were talking about NIL. They asked me how do you feel about NIL and everything, blah 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 blah. So that's not exactly the topic I want to talk about. I feel like I brought up a pretty good point in this conversation, not just because I brought it up, but it's because it's something I haven't heard anybody talking about. With the NIL situation, especially with quarterbacks, how they can transfer every single year and they can make more money and move. I think that the NIL is going to lower the talent level coming into the NFL because you're going to get a lot of guys who know how to learn a new system every year or every other year, but you're not going to get a lot of guys who actually went somewhere, sat with a team, developed, and played really well. So I was talking about, I think that quarterbacks especially, you're going to see a degradation in talent, which we kind of are already.
Oh, yeah.
But of guys who are just moving so much, and the only big positive about them is, they can learn a new scheme every year. Okay, but I don't want them to learn a new scheme every year. I want them to go somewhere. I want them to have success there, and then I want them to stay there and show me that they can do better the next year. And I think this is going to breed more players coming into the league and, sitting for a year, at quarterback. I mean, I'd love to hear what y'all think, but I kind of thought about that the other day, and I wonder if I sound crazy or if that's something that sounds legitimate.
No, I think you're right. You're going to see a lot more true freshman seniors. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of guys coming into the league that really have no idea what the fuck is going on. You're going to see a lot more Anthony Richardsons that just genuinely have no idea what the fuck professional football is.
Mm.
And it's not that they don't have the talent, it's that they're just not there.
Mm-hmm.
in the head game, like like right up here, the mental game, they're not there.
Right.
And just the decision making, the sharpness, they're just not there. So you're going to see a lot more Anthony Richardsons. You're going to see, but the problem is though, is we've already seen a trend in the NFL. This kind of coincides with what you were saying, that teams are quick to give up on quarterbacks now. They're really quick to give up on them. So that's also creating, I think that contributes to the NIL thing too. You know, like say for instance, you know, DJ Uiagalelei should have never had another chance of being a D1 starter. Ever. That should have never happened. But because he kept moving and he ended up playing some low-end competition and looked mediocre, he got another shot at it.
True. That is true.
That should have never happened. It should have never happened. And if NIL wasn't a thing, that wouldn't have happened. Somebody would have buried him on a depth chart and sent him to work at Publix. He would not. He would not have made it again. And,
Look,
you know, that's just how it is.
Yeah. NIL is good for being a college quarterback. Let's go on and put it like that. That's what it's good for. It's not good for developing quarterbacks because of the constant movement from school to school, you know, and development, just pure development. So in that sense, no, NIL is not good for college football, I don't think. And I think that you're right, Isaiah. That is the problem. You know, it's just guys not trying to develop; they trying to make their coin.
Well, and like
which
Trevor,
is a big difference.
So, like, say for instance, Trevor. Trevor came into Clemson knowing he was gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he knew. But fuck, when they lost that national title, instead of coming back and fighting it again, he could have just left.
Right.
But NIL wasn't a thing then. It did him no good. He worked with his team. They developed. They got better. They came back, won the title.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he could have just said, fuck it, I'm out. And I think that gave him a championship mindset. I think, look, here's the thing. The Jacksonville Jaguars have not been a successful team overall since he's been here. I think you can't say they've been a failure of a team. He's got 2 winning seasons. 1 year you don't count because Urban Meyer. Everybody takes the Urban Meyer year away. And the shit he was doing, I completely agree with. Like, if this were C.J. Stroud getting that same pass, I would give it to him as well. Like,
okay.
Urban Meyer was ass. That was a tragedy of an experiment. Okay? So if you take the 4 years of actual sample football, he spent 1 year hurt, but he still has 2 of the 4 winning years. Or he spent 2 years hurt, but he still has two of the 4 winning years. So Trevor's not a bust by any means, but people are just expecting him to by himself carry this team to a Super Bowl. No quarterback in history has ever done that. I don't care what you sit here and try to tell me. You're not carrying a dog shit team that has mediocre talent surrounding them to a Super Bowl.
You're right.
And I just had this argument the other day with some coworkers of mine. Like, everybody's like, last year or the year before, even last year, it was Trevor's fault. Bro, the best 2 receivers we had starting the year was Christian Kirk and Gabe Davis. Come on, bro. And we had a rookie with some promise, but they weren't even scheming him into the game plan. And then Trevor goes down, and Mac Jones is just tossing it to him underneath because that's all he had.
Right.
So, that being said, like, Trevor's not the fucking problem here, bro. And I hate the argument. Trevor tries to do too much. Trevor did try to do too much. You're absolutely right. And I hope this year that he can understand that we finally have playmakers in almost every spot around him now. It's not just one. It's maybe not just here or there. Because, like, he always had Evan Ingram as a security blanket. And that's why Evan Ingram had so many fucking targets. That's why he got the ball so much. Because he was the only one making fucking plays. Christian Kirk couldn't create separation if he paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he was on a fucking linebacker. Okay? Gabe Davis, even when he created separation, that's why that bitch is on a practice squad. All right.
Yeah,
There's a reason. I'm saying there's a reason. He's on a fucking practice squad. And the sad part about that is the Bills wouldn't have even had to pay him a lot of money because we're still fucking paying him.
Exactly.
Okay? They could have got him to the active roster for nothing, and they still put his ass on the practice squad. Ass. He's ass. Okay, it's that simple. And then you move on to the offensive line, man. Like, how can Trevor not play hero ball? You can't have a good pass game without a good running game. You can't have a good running game without a good passing game. We had no run game at all. There was no sense of complementary football going on. None. So where do you expect the quarterback to succeed there?
Interesting.
Tom Brady would have failed on that team.
Interesting to say that. That takes me back to Blake Bortles. I loved me some Blake Bortles, but it was the same thing. The same thing. He's trying to be hero ball. He's trying to do all this. Hell, the man trying to win because they didn't have a great team around him either. You know what I mean? And the same thing when you're a competitive player and you want to win, you know how to win. Yeah, sometimes you feel like you have to go and play hero ball. Now with the team they assemble around him now, hopefully there's no longer a necessity, and he can be playing old Trevor Lawrence and throw the ball around the field like, we know he can. We have seen him do.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing too is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It was the same guy I was talking to the other day, and he was talking about everybody right now is like they're way blowing up how Jalen Hurts is so good and he's so great, blah blah blah, and they're he's better than Cam Newton ever was, and this that, and that's one of the stupidest things you can ever say. But
that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
So I came up with an analogy and Blake Bortles reminded me, Jalen Hurts last year is 2017 Blake Bortles with the tush push. Because Jalen Hurts had 18 touchdowns in the air, 14 on the ground. But he only had like 2,900 yards. But like Blake Bortles, I think he only threw for like 32 or 3,400 that year. He had like 20 touchdowns. He did throw more picks, but like still, like he wasn't asked to do anything crazy because he had Leonard Fournette that was carrying that defense, was getting us good field position. And that's the analogy I had, is that literally like you take 2017 Blake Bortles and you put him into that offense, and it functions the same.
Like I said this all the time.
Hall of Famer line, and
you're not going to win because of Jalen Hurts, but you're not going to lose because of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts will keep you in football games. Jalen Hurts is good enough to help you win football games. But having a Hall of Fame Hall of Famer in almost every position on your offensive line, one of the biggest bully ball, one of the biggest bully ball wide receivers of this generation, and one of the best slot guys to ever come out of college football. That helps a lot. And the best running back almost of all time.
Right.
That also helps a lot. So he's not a bad quarterback. I'm not going to say that at all. He's a good quarterback, but he's not the best quarterback in the league by any means. And that's the thing, like with Trevor, right? So I do agree Trevor had a problem. Trevor's one true problem was that he would overthrow. Like he would becoming too high.
Yeah.
That's a Trevor thing. Trevor seems to have fixed that. But the whole Trevor forcing passes, what else do you want him to do? We're down 14. It's the fourth quarter already. Nobody's getting separation, and you can't run the fucking ball. What do you want him to do? You want him to just take a knee? I mean, what do you want him to do? Honestly, he runs the ball and he gets fucking killed. What do you want him to do? What do you want the guy to do? Be honest. I mean, that's what I ask fans when they start hating on him. Dead serious. It always you'll catch him in a corner because it's like, I want you to, honest to God, I want you to tell me what you want him to do with that. What do you want him to do in that situation? Because it's a lose-lose. You hand the ball off, we lose 4.
Yes.
I mean, what do you want him to do? You try to pass the ball, he's got literally less than a second. That's NFL stat. We pulled that up last year on the show.
Yep.
Less than a second from snap to pressure.
Yep, that is true.
What do you want him to do with that?
And
then you say, oh, he needs to get the ball out faster. He was the fastest quarterback in the league from getting the ball out, snap to throw. Okay, then you say, oh, well, he's forcing it into double coverage. Yeah, but that's because it's the only guy that had any kind of separation, even though it was double coverage, which was this was the year before with Calvin. Calvin really would create separation, even in double coverage. The problem was he just couldn't catch the fucking ball. That's the fucking problem. I mean, he'd hit that guy right in fucking stride and he'd drop it.
Right.
So, I mean, it sucks because with Trevor's case, there's about 50 fucking reasons that he shouldn't succeed or that anyone else wouldn't succeed. And it gets to the point where it sounds comical. It gets to where you literally sound like, am I delusional for defending this guy? You know, because like there's just so much shit going on. But like it's all factual though. Like it is. It's a fact that we lead the league in drops since he got into the league. That is a fact. It's a fact that we had no fucking star caliber receivers that had a set of hands on them. That's a fact. The best receiver, the most consistent receiver he's had this whole time is Marvin Jones and Zay Jones.
Ooh. Yeah.
Those are the two most consistent receivers he's had the whole time. Because you got to think, last year when BT was getting used to it, he still had a drop issue. Early on, he had a little bit of a drop issue. He did. Everybody was worried about it. I remember everybody was all up in arms. BT's going to be a bust because he's got a little bit of a drop problem. And you can't. Right. And again, there's another thing. It's also a fact. You cannot outplay bad coaching.
Ooh.
You can't outplay it. Okay? And anyone in this comment section, if you watch the Jacksonville Jaguars, I guarantee you last year, you could have called each offensive drive play for play from your fucking couch. You knew what was coming. And if you knew what was coming, don't for a fucking second try to convince me that every NFL defense in the league didn't either.
Yep. Because we were doing it in our group chat.
Literally. So don't fucking tell me that these guys were in a position to succeed because they weren't. They weren't. And they have not been. We have not been free of a dumbass front office or some of its remnants for over a decade. Until now. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're hoping, man. Like this all looks different and it all looks good. But I just want to let a season go by before I say absolutely. But I sure am on the one I definitely want to say yes, is we have a much better front office, which I believe we do. But
just by the moves he's made financially, I already like him more.
Right.
Yeah. No, I
already like him more. But the flip of the coin, OC move every couple of years, so a new system is going to happen regardless.
Oh, he was talking about. We was talking.
That's
about
only if your offense. Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's also too. I mean, our OC technically is our head coach. So, like, as long as the head coach doesn't leave, we're keeping the same overall offensive scheme. We're just going to have a new offensive coordinator come in and help coach the players. So, you know, I get what you're saying for some teams, but for Jacksonville, we're a head coach offense called team. So we're going to be running his stuff no matter who's there.
You know, and I've been a proponent for this, and I've been saying it, and hopefully Liam allows more of it, is let Trevor call his own damn plays.
Yep.
He mentioned that.
Yeah, let him call his own plays.
That's something that was actually in the Hunt episode, the newest episode.
Yeah,
because Liam talked about how in the Saints game he lost comms with Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor went and called a play, and we gained like 30 yards.
Yeah.
Trevor's actually done that multiple times.
I know. I know. Yes.
And that's
our best offense last year came whenever his comms went down in this helmet.
Exactly.
Yeah. When Trevor calls his own plays. And that's the thing, though. That's how you know that coaching staff was not an open door kind of staff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could see that Trevor would like certain plays. We were talking about this all year. But we just fucking refused to do it.
Yep. Exactly.
We just flat refused to do anything that made fucking sense. Honestly, that's what it was. So when you look at this team this year, to say, oh, Trevor, if you don't succeed this year, you're a fucking bust. I think this is the first year he's actually getting a chance to find out what the fuck he can actually do in this league. If you want to be honest, I feel like this is the first actual opportunity. Because, again, even the year we made the playoffs, Marvin Jones and Zay Jones, bro. were still up to that point the most consistent he'd had.
Correct. That is true.
Those guys are not X factor game-changing receivers on any team in the fucking league, but they were the best we had.
Mm.
And
that's why I like the Tim Patrick move. Tim Patrick reminds me of Marvin Jones a lot, just 3 inches taller.
I like Tim Patrick a lot. I love the Tim Patrick move, but you know what I really love about the Tim Patrick move is that we're not bringing him here expecting him to be wide receiver 1. That's what I fucking love about Tim Patrick move, because years past, that's exactly what the fuck we would have done. We would have pulled somebody's 4th-string receiver, paid him a shitload of money, and made him a wide receiver 1, and then blamed the quarterback when it didn't work out. Like Marquise Lee had no fucking business being our wide receiver 1 for as long as he was. Had no fucking business. None. We had no business letting Allen Robinson go. None.
You're right. You're right.
We had no business ruining the fuck out of Rashad Green. We had no business.
None. You're right.
We've repetitively shot ourselves in the foot and want to blame the quarterback. Because to be honest with you, Blake Bortles was not a bad quarterback, bro.
No, he wasn't.
And and I'm telling you, I've been saying this since we started this show. And you guys, we've all agreed, you know. But we're trying to put Trevor in the same fucking position. We're going to burn this man to the fucking ground. And then he's going to be the next fucking Blake Bortles conversation.
I hope not.
No, if something doesn't change, we got so many hating ass fans. It's unfucking real, bro.
You know, that is the disappointing part right there. That really is. But when you have a culture, I'm not gonna say a culture. When you have a history like we do, you can't really blame some of them.
Yeah,
you really can't. However, there are some that no matter what, they're gonna hate. And you just have to leave them in their little corner and let them beat their head against the wall, because that's what they're going to do. They're happy doing it. And, you know, let them bleed. Just let them bleed. Hate to say it like that, but that's the fact. Let them bleed.
I know Jaguars fans right now that are betting on us to lose tomorrow or Sunday.
Of course.
I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, man, we got too much promise to just get dog walked by the Panthers, bro. Stop it. And the thing is, too, we had a way worse team last year than we do talent-wise this year.
That's fact.
I completely believe that. Our running back room is bolstered. Tight end room looks really good, strong, capable of running. Wide receiver room looks really good. We got speed, man. We got speed.
Right.
Offensive line looks retooled. Walker Little I still think he's fucking trash overall. And I still think he's going to be a problem. I'm just saying. He's going to be a problem.
Hopefully Van Lennon will come back, and maybe that's what they're waiting on. Cole Van Lennon to come back.
I don't know. But it just sucks that Balky got to make those deals right before he left. I wouldn't have paid Tyson, and I wouldn't have paid Walker. I wouldn't have paid neither one of them. I damn sure wouldn't have paid Tyson, man. We don't even know if he's going to stay on the fucking field. He's always hurt.
That is a fact. That's true.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I had an interesting thing was said the other day to me, and I can't really disagree. Cam Robinson played better than Walker Little did. Cam Robinson was a turnstile, right? He would turn out and he would get outmaneuvered eventually, but it took longer. Walker Little just gets outmanned. These motherfuckers just moving his ass. Yeah. And it's not all the time. So, like, again, we have this conversation every week. But, I mean, this offensive line looks retooled. The DB room, I think Jordan Lewis is going to pan out to be really good. He looks really good playing on the ball. If Tyson stays on the field, who knows? I don't even know what he is anymore. Who knows? But I know we got a dog in Jarian.
Yeah.
I know we got a dog in Jarian. And Darnell Savage is capable of playing corner. But he moved back to safety role this year, so we'll see.
Well, you have to remember Campanella had him in Green Bay, so he knows what he's capable of. So
yeah, he knows how to play him.
Right. And so they got Jordan Lewis opposite Tyson on the depth chart anyway. So which is interesting because they got Jarian behind Tyson, which
Jarian gonna take that spot.
Yeah.
Tell you, Jarian gonna take that spot. But even then, okay, so then you move to the linebacking core. I think with Jack Kaiser and Ventrell Miller, Foye Aluakon, McLeod, we're in a good spot. Devin Lloyd, don't know. If he does what he did last year, get that fucker out of here. He's trash.
Oh, I do believe if he did like he did last year, he
gone.
He'd be sitting on the side. Yeah, he'd be out of there.
If he play, they are already putting the pressure on him because it says Devin Lloyd or Ventrell Miller.
Right. Which is interesting because you usually don't see that on the depth chart. But you see it.
Wait, now we got it twice.
I know. ETN and Bigsby, the running back.
ETN, Bigsby, and Lloyd and Miller. And I would love to see Ventrell Miller take that spot.
Oh, man.
I would love it. Would love it. He's a better run stopper. He's faster. He's more athletic. And I think he's got a better football IQ. Got a higher motor. I think all around he's going to be a better player there. Especially if we get him in there with Foye and let him learn the game from Foye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And then, you look at the defensive line. We got some depth now.
Yep.
We got depth now. So, and we've always had a really good front. So we'll see what happens. Scheme is what killed our front last year. I mean, we all know that. That was the worst scheme I've ever seen.
That dang on hockey rotation. That's what
oh my God, it was bad.
That's what that was.
Bad.
That hockey rotation was horrible.
Yeah.
Just horrible.
But all that being said, though, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the team is better in almost every facet. So we'll see what happens.
But yet we still have those questions, which, is normal. Yeah, it's normal. You should have questions.
One thing I want to know, though, would y'all rather them ease Travis Hunter into it or let him go? I say you let him go. Let him go. You've been easing him into it the whole preseason. You keep telling us how he's chomping at the bit to do it. He's always asking to go back in. Let him go.
On both sides of the ball or just one side of the ball?
No, both. No, let him go. Let him go. If you have any intention of ever letting him do it in both ways, like you say, let him start now. He needs to get the rhythm now. Let him go, man. Let him go. I don't want it to be late season before he's finally doing it and he's got to readjust to actually doing it. If you're going to let him do it now.
I don't know. I'd rather ease him in. I just don't think he is physically ready to take NFL hits on both sides of the ball. I think he needs to feel out the game more because he only played one preseason game.
Yeah.
I think he needs to feel it out more and understand how to and how quickly he needs to move and evade to get away from these tackles. Because he's definitely not a guy who's going to put his shoulder into people and be a guy who bulldozes or who is okay taking big hits. He's going to try and I think he needs to play, probably 60% on offense and 40% of the snaps on defense. And just really get. I mean, he's going to play a lot, but I definitely don't think that we should go 100% right off the rip because I don't know that he's gonna know how to take NFL hits compared to college hits where you can take some of those and guys are they're barely tackling and throwing their arms at you versus a 260-pound linebacker who can run just as fast as you can. He's gonna have to learn the game a little bit before I'm comfortable just throwing him out there full time.
Now, if I have to say, if we're going to let him just go all out, I say let him go all out on the defensive side. It's natural to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Yes. Let him go all out there.
But that's the issue, though. Go ahead, Trevor.
Oh, you're good. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, no, you're probably going to say the same thing I was going to say. I was just saying, my issue with that is, he is more natural on defense. So he needs to work on that less. I'd rather see 100% of reps on offense so he can adjust to that quicker, and then 100% on defense after because he already know he's you watch him play. He is naturally a DB. There was nothing coming out of camp that was like, oh, look at how terrible he is at these DB drills. Right. It was the wide receiver stuff, and we've seen him drastically improved tenfold.
Yeah, leaps and bounds.
Right.
You know, but that's my thing. Though, is I'd much rather see him go full time on the side of the ball he's not as comfortable with than to just than to have him go full time on defense because he's already comfortable with it. You know,
Right.
So I'd rather see him get more reps on offense.
Well, let me. I'm sorry. Let me put a little extra by that. Okay, knowing right now how our secondary is set up, if we need help in the secondary, that's why I mean let him go.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I say both ways, though. This is why I say both ways because look, man, I understand the time to be worried about whether he could take hits on both sides of the ball is before you made the trade to go get him. If I'm being completely honest, that was the time to be worried about it. You done sold the farm to go get the dude, and you made it a point to tell everybody we're going to let him do it. But I completely agree. He needs to be in the full swing of the offense for multiple reasons, especially the one being he just needs to get into it. But the second one for me being is he's what makes our offense almost unguardable. Okay? And the reason I mean what I mean by that, they're going to have to respect him. They're going to have to respect Diami because he's so fast, and you damn sure got to respect BT. So what's that leave? That leaves Bashaw Tootin. That leaves Travis Etienne one-on-one with a fucking linebacker. Or Brenton Strange.
So, yeah, that's the
you need that third option that they have to fucking respect.
Right.
That they have no choice but to put a man on or shade to. They have to know he's there. Okay? So he has to be out there, bro. He's got to. Because that's going to be that's what's going to make us so lethal on offense is if we start taking away the options, that makes us more predictable. That was our problem last year. We only had 2 fucking playmakers.
That is true. I can't
very
argue with
predictable.
That. Yeah.
We did not bring in all these playmakers to limit them. Okay? And then on defense, I think for the simple fact that our secondary needs the help, he needs to be there. Because he is naturally fucking good at it.
Well, so my issue with that, though, is while we do need the help, we need a lot more help at safety than we do at corner. Like we've got. I mean, Campbell when he plays, he's solid. Jarian Jones is a dog. You know, we've got Jordan Lewis now. I mean, we've got 3 guys that are pretty solid over there, and then Travis Hunter rotating in. We have 4. But I mean, on offense, I mean, we only kept 5 receivers. You take out
offense, he has to be there. No,
but that's what I'm saying though. Is like that's why it's more important to me to be on offense.
Yeah, okay.
We only kept 5 receivers, and 3 of them are not starters. Like Parker Washington. I think he could take a bigger load, and I think he could be better this year. But I don't think that teams are. I don't think he'll do enough damage with the teams focusing on Brian Thomas Jr. and Diami because they're not going to double Diami. They're not going to give extra attention to him. They're going to let Parker be that other attention. I mean, on defense, I'm pretty comfortable with Lewis, Campbell, and Jarian Jones, and then Travis rotating in. But I mean, it's really our safeties. Like I understand that we do need help over there, but like our corners really aren't what we need help at necessarily. I mean, because he's going to help, just not full time. But goddamn, our safeties are terrible.
I agree.
I mean, they are bad, man.
I mean, we started the show off with it. They're so bad,
right?
So, with that being said, too, though, that's obviously of course, he has to be on the offensive side. I really don't see a way that he's not full time offense. I don't see a way that happens.
The way y'all just framed it, I have to agree 100% because the way you framed it made a whole lot of sense.
And
Parker, I didn't look at it from that aspect of it.
Parker excels in contested catches. Okay, Parker doesn't necessarily excel in creating space. Now he'll find a spot in the zone and he'll sit down.
No, Parker
underneath, he'll create space underneath, but he doesn't have the speed to be a deep threat. That's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing about
he's a contested catch.
Is that like even whenever Kirk went down, he was our number 1 wide receiver in separation because he runs such crisp routes and he has good explosiveness out of his breaks. Not even underneath. I mean, down the field, he had some good plays, but he makes good separation, but he's not a guy that's gonna carry. Yeah, absolutely. A pup's life. Jags by 20.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck your mom, fuck your best friend, fuck your dog, Jags by 20.
Lord.
Fuck everybody, Jags by 20, bitch.
That went left.
Yeah, no, it's It's nerf for nothing, bro. I don't know what else to say, but
Nerf for nothing.
It's Jaguars football. The Panthers are not beating us.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think we're gonna beat the shit out of the Panthers. Honestly,
Oh,
I don't
fuck
think
yeah.
they're that good.
Honestly, we should beat the fucking shit out of the Panthers. But I'll say this too, though. I want to be clear about, what I was talking about with Parker. What I meant by like he creates separation, but I mean like, okay, you're not gonna see him just fucking running away from people. He has sharp route running, but at a certain point, if you shade a corner underneath and you leave the linebacker in man coverage, you've got a pretty good shot at covering him. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed to work. He's still good. I love Parker Washington, but he's not fast and sharp like Travis is. You know what I mean? I think Travis is just more dynamic of a player. So they're going to respect Travis just by the fucking namesake alone. Okay? They're going to respect him because he's Travis Hunter. They don't respect Parker Washington, and I do think that's criminal. I don't agree with that.
Criminal. Very criminal.
But at the end of the day, you can't take him out of the offensive rotation. You just can't. Like for a part-time role, you can't do that. Can't fucking do it. I would be fucking pissed if I saw. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy about him being here as a rotational guy. But if I saw, Tim Patrick, or if I saw fucking Parker Washington in Travis Hunter's place, I would be pissed. We did not just go give up all this fucking draft capital to get this guy, and you're not going to let him go. I'd be pissed. And honestly, I'm still going to be pissed if he doesn't play both ways a very significant amount. And I don't mean like he's just subbing in when someone's tired on defense. I mean like if we go dime, he needs to be there every time. You know what I'm saying? Like every fucking time. I'm going to be pissed. He better have a very significant role. Because if he doesn't, we talked when we drafted him. If he doesn't, is it worth the 2 fucking first rounders? Like that's when you start questioning, was the juice worth the squeeze there? Because we could have just used that first round pick and got Ted McMillan if all we wanted was a really good receiver. You know what I mean? True. Or we could have used that first round pick and went and got Q or anybody else if we wanted just a really good DB. If we wanted just one, we could have just got one without doing what we did. We wanted both in one. So we did what we did. Fucking use it.
Okay. Hey, I'm sold. Okay. I'm sold. I'll say any more about it. Yeah, let him go. Okay, put him out there. Let him go.
Let him go.
You have convinced me. Let him go. And we see what we shall see. So, what's the keys to winning the game Sunday?
Run the fucking ball.
Showing up.
That's a good one. Trevor say, run the ball. That is the key.
Run the damn ball.
Run the ball. Take the pressure off of Trevor in this new passing game. And honestly, even if Trevor had the fucking pressure, I'm not gonna lie, I feel confident in him to do it because we saw him. I don't give a fuck what string defense this was. Trevor read through all the progressions and delivered the fucking ball. Okay? That is the fundamentals that were actually a Trevor problem. Okay? We've seen him already show progression in that area. Now he's got a scheme that actually seems to benefit him.
So, wait a minute. So what you're saying? Are you saying that Trevor had a problem reading his progressions, or he just didn't have time to do it?
No, I think the progressions. I think the routes were so fucking bad. There was no point in reading the progressions.
Okay, all right. So some
if
clarity.
You run all the routes to the same place,
right?
There's no progression. You just look in that area. Are there people there? Yes. Oh fuck.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to get some clarity for those that were listening. I heard a lot of people's mouths dropped in. That noise was a lot of people's mouths fell open.
No, I'll tell you right now, bro. I know Trevor can read defenses, bro.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. It's that again. It all comes down to you've got to build a winning team and a winning culture with a winning scheme.
Mhm.
We had
Thank
some
you.
winning players.
Thank you. What's the weather supposed to be like this weekend?
Hot.
Hot?
So it's supposed to be like 90. I think it's supposed to be like 93, 96, and pretty clear.
Okay.
No.
Good.
High of 89 both days.
Oh, did it go down? That's why
Yeah.
Randy told me
dude,
he
it's
wasn't going
actually
to the game.
it's been
It was
pretty
supposed to be
cool here.
96.
It's been pretty cool here.
Really?
And
Okay.
we only have a 35% chance of rain.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a passing shower. the old Jacksonville passing shower. Game probably be over when it come through, or just before it starts.
Or it'll rain.
does
It'll
rain.
rain all around the stadium, but not.
It
Yeah.
does do that all the time. You'll be in the
Yeah.
stadium. You'll see that shit break up right around.
Yeah. I remember
Yep.
those days. Believe you me, I do remember.
But
All
I will
right.
say that's really about all I got because as far as everything else goes, it's just time to get out there and do it.
Hey, that's
Get
it.
out there and do it. I'm excited to
Yeah.
see Mason Smith. Where was
Yeah.
he at? Actually, I want to talk about that. Where was he at? Was he starting?
What?
No,
Mason-
because it'll be
No.
Devon Hamilton and Eric Armstead.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
Mason
He
Smith
played-
behind
He
Eric.
played a lot in that last preseason game. Like he played like the whole game almost.
Well, have we even heard anything? Is Eric Armstead even ready to fucking go?
Yes, both of them are.
Oh.
Yeah, the coach was talking about. Liam was talking about that the other day. Yeah, both of them ready to go. He said the last preseason game they were sitting there biting the bit to try and they wanted to play really bad and they just wouldn't let them. So both of them are ready. Both of
You know,
them
one
ready.
thing I guess it is kind of worth mentioning.
What's that?
He said at the beginning of the preseason, we're only going to play them this amount this game, play them more each game so that they peak at the first game of the regular season. But
Mhm.
we played them less. So I was kind of confused by that. I don't know. You know, I mean, it's not like it's going to make a world of difference. The guys are getting plenty of practice, especially in
I mean,
the
we
joint
also did-
training practice.
I was about to say we also did joint training, so they probably felt like they saw enough in
Right.
joint training
Mhm.
that they didn't want to like stress the issue and push them too hard in the game.
And actually, he did say that in one of his press conferences.
Mhm.
The last joint practice with the Dolphins, he said he has seen enough to where that's why they weren't going to play the last preseason game because he thought they had gotten enough work reps to warrant, no, we don't need to take the chance in the last preseason game. Just get ready for the first game of the season.
Don't want somebody getting hurt for no reason.
Right. But yeah, I think Mason's gonna start opposite Eric. Yeah. Because it's Eric Armstead and Mason Smith. Those are the only two tackles they got on here as far as depth.
Hamilton's still above him.
Well, Hamilton.
They have it
nose
listed.
tackle. Yeah, they got Hamilton listed as nose tackle though.
Oh,
Yeah, but we're running the 4-3.
Oh, that's
though.
right. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. But if we run like a 46 or something like that, they'll both be in. But yep,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, makes sense.
Well,
I
that's
want
what we want.
to. I want to see Armstead in his natural position. See,
Mhm.
see him go to work. Like,
Oh, you
we
know what
know
I'd
he
love to
can.
see? This is
What's
also a positive change from this coaching staff that makes me happy. Every fucking corner we have, except for Christian Braswell, is listed above Monteric Brown.
Well, that's because Monteric hurt.
I don't give a damn.
Oh,
Don't even care what the reason is. Fuck
okay.
him.
All right.
Fuck
Well,
him.
They really like Monteric, though. They really do.
Well, they can like his ass on IR. I don't care.
Okay. Well, then.
all right. That's all I got. Y'all got anything else for me?
No, man, I'm
that's
just
all I
ready.
got.
Shoot,
Yeah,
man. Let's
ready
get
to
out
get
of
it on.
here. Yeah. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching for everybody in there. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're still here, you're seeing this later, you're seeing this in the future, whatever it is. And shout out Worm and go Jags.
Shout out Worm.
Can't wait to get his stomping this weekend. Peace.
Peace.